Why do I always do these things at like 2 in the morning? I like after I finish one of these recordings, like I'd be so damn tired, and I spend like the next hour editing this because this takes me like 30, 40 minutes to do because like I spend a lot of time just like I'll say something and I'll just stop and be like that for like a minute trying to think of something to say, and then I say it and then I have to cut out all that time. It takes me so long to do these things. There's something I really want to talk about right now. Kind of just say what's off the top of my head, which is what I do most of the time. I usually just think about whatever and kind of have like a conversation with myself. And I do these things like these videos because I feel like it kind of the idea is that well, one, I kind of like documenting kind of how I'm like what I'm thinking, how I'm feeling at the time, and I think it'd be kind of interesting to see like if this stays up for a long time, like maybe like 5 years from now, I'll look back and see kind of how I've progressed over the years. Plus, I feel like it kind of helps me like talk, because like I said, I have social anxiety, and this really kind of helps me like actually like say words and not kind of mess up. Because like in my mind, like I know like how I speak in my mind, like I know how I say these words and how they come out, but when they actually come out in like for example, when I'm presenting something, sometimes my words can kind of get mumbled up because I'm so like concentrated on what I'm actually like saying. No, like I'm so concentrated on not messing up and kind of thinking about like oh like how nervous I am, whatever, that I kind of like mumble and mess up on words. When in reality, like in my mind, I know that's not how I actually speak, but it just kind of comes out that way, and it's kind of annoying. And I feel like this is kind of a way for me to I guess practice and feel more comfortable just talking in front of people. And the idea is that say I did my first video like probably like a month ago or whatever, probably a little bit more than that, and I'll probably be doing this for quite some time. I don't know how long I'll keep this up, but we'll see. But I kind of want to compare like my very first video to like a video way down in the future and kind of see how I've progressed in the little things like eye contact, words, mannerisms, things like that. I've recently kind of thought about picking up new hobbies. I think it's important for everybody to have hobbies. Uh, for me, I guess my main hobby is playing video games and sports. And kind of what I mean by sports is like keeping up with sports, mostly just basketball and soccer. I love playing soccer. I don't really play it that much because, well, it's kind of a sport that you need other people to play with, and um, there's not really that many opportunities to play soccer where I live right here. They have like an intramural team. Sometimes I play games with them whenever they have them, but it's not that often. Um, I kind of want to learn how to play basketball. I think that's pretty cool. I suck at it though, like dribbling and stuff, but something I want to pick up. But what I really was interested in establishing as a new hobby is kind of music, like learning instruments, specifically piano and guitar. Like I think those are really. I feel like it's something that I know I can do. Like everyone in my family, they're pretty artistic. Like my two sisters, I have. Well, you know who they are. But yeah, two of them. They're pretty artistic in terms of like art and drawing and painting or whatever. I'm terrible at that. Like I can't draw and paint like for shit. I'm expecting 5 years from now that will still be the same. Like it's just I'm just not good at it. But I think my artistic ability is within music, like learning how to play guitar, piano, or like reading sheet music. I feel like that's something I can really do and apply myself in. And the best thing apart it is that it's something that I can continuously practice and work on. I know like piano, it's like it's easy to learn, but it's really difficult to master. And I think if I spend the next like 10 years of my life like playing it over and over again like all the time, that's something I can do in my free time. It will keep me occupied, and it's something that I would enjoy, and it's something that I know I would be able to keep up and not really kind of give up on it. Um, I don't know when I would start with that. I graduate in 2021 in spring. Uh, I don't really, I don't want to like pick that up right now for a couple reasons. One, like I live in a dorm, and I can't be bothered like I live in a dorm and I don't want to like be playing like music and stuff like really loud because like there's other people here. Um, like right here, like this is like a really tiny room, and I was lucky enough to. I have this unique situation where I kind of don't have a roommate. I gotta live by myself. But even then, I live in this tiny room and I have no space to kind of do anything in here. So I feel like that's something I kind of want to pick up after I graduate and I get like my own place. Also, another reason why I don't want to do that is because right now I'm focused on my physical health, like my body and stuff. I've come to a point where I've lost enough weight for me to be satisfied. And I don't feel like I need to lose any more weight. And now I'm going to transition into my next goal that I set for myself, which is strength training and building muscle. For me, I feel like what I've done for the past few months has been pretty easy. That like eating right and having the discipline to do that was kind of easy for me. I think the hardest part is going to be the building muscle and the strength training because for that not only do you have to like work hard and consistently on it, you also have to like eat a lot of food, like taking a lot of protein to like build muscle. And you may think it's easy eating food, like oh yeah, I'll just eat food, but it's actually pretty hard. Like you can eat a lot of food, and it's not, and it wouldn't be enough. So you have to eat even more. That's why a lot of people take like the protein shakes because it fills up that portion of your macronutrients that you need that you wouldn't uh, get all from just eating food by itself. But yeah, that's something I'm planning on doing starting up next semester, so like in January. And I have a goal to reach 15% body fat by May. I have no idea what I'm at now. I'm assuming I'm probably like at 20%. I don't know. But yeah, I want to reach 15%. Um, right now, I haven't checked probably like a month or two. I'm anywhere between 150 to 160. I think staying at 160 to 165 would be pretty good for me. By that, like gaining weight and muscle. But yeah, it's gonna be tough. I know it's gonna be tough, but I can do it. Also, not even that, but like for me, like, it's kind of intimidating, kind of going in the strength or the weight room, and like not really knowing what to do. But I'll probably just like ask one of my roommates for help that goes to the gym and kind of guide me through it. But yeah, the thing with me is I'm a person of routine. I wouldn't be surprised if I'm still the same way 5 years from now. And the hardest part for me is getting into a routine. But once I get into it, it's easy for me to just follow it and just do it because I've repeated it so many times and I kind of get into. But yeah, I just get into my routine and I just do the things that I would do every day. But yeah, having hobbies is important. Um, I'm interested in what my hobbies are gonna be like 5 years from now. I'm hoping like the guitar, like the music thing is. I hope the music thing is like a part, like a big part of my life because I really think that's something that I would be really interested in doing. I'll probably still be playing video games. Like I love playing video games. It kind of lets me express my competitiveness because I'm really competitive. I got that from my mom. I think me and my mom are the only real competitive people in my family. My sisters don't really like care. They're whatever. But like me and my mom, we go at it. Um, and I enjoy it because it's weird though. Cause I like to talk shit, but I can't really talk shit to my mom because she's my mom, and she'll beat my ass. Well, she won't beat my ass, but she'll try. But yeah, but yeah, I'm pretty competitive. So like, kind of video games my outlet for that. Also like sports, like playing soccer. Like that really lets me let out um, my competitive drive, like winning and stuff. Uh, I love winning. I hate losing. That's just how I am. But yeah, I'm hoping I expand on my hobbies in the future. Like I said, I don't really have two hobbies right now. I don't even know if sports kind of counts as a hobby because it's more of like an interest. But yeah, video games is my hobby. I just want like more things to take up my free time that involve me being a bit more active in uh, just being more active, things I can learn from. Because I feel like video games is more of like an entertainment kind of thing, and I think the music not only will like it's also entertaining for me, but I can really kind of gain knowledge and test my skills in something that is based in reality, which is I think is something that's would be good for me. I feel like um I find it interesting that like my little sister, I'd say she's probably the best artist in terms of painting and drawing out of anyone in my family. I think she wants to be like some tattoo artist, and she has like this Instagram page where she kind of puts all of her sketches on them, and it's pretty impressive. Like I was like, oh, like I knew she was like good, but I didn't know she was that good. I'm like, oh wow, that's cool, and I feel like um, that's kind of an outlet for her that she can express however she's kind of feeling, and I feel like music is a way that I can do the same, in the sense that what I'm doing right now with like these videos is a way that I can kind of express myself, but at the same time kind of document my life at the time that I'm doing it, which is like now. Um, but yeah, like I've always, I would say music is pretty a big part of me in the sense that like I really love listening to music all the time. Um, there's not a day that goes by where I'm not listening to music. Like if you see me like walking in the street or whatever, like I usually always have like either my earphones in or like my headphones in. And I guess people might think that I'm kind of standoffish, like I don't want to talk to you, whatever, which isn't true. I don't know, I just like really like listening to music all the time. Like that's just kind of me, and that's why I feel like learning an instrument will kind of be cool because I think that's where I can be a bit more creative and kind of like make my own things, which is I think would be pretty interesting, and I think it's something that I can do pretty well in. Like I'm not expecting to be like some like big musician or whatever, but kind of in the same way that one person likes to doodle like drawings in a sketchbook, I will like probably have a music sheet book where I'll just make different like sounds that I can kind of put together and kind of do whatever. Um, yeah, I think that's pretty interesting. I really want to get into that. I think now what I'll probably do now um, is just learn how to read sheet music, which is basically the same as learning a whole new language because that's what it really is. But I think I can do it. It's gonna be a bit weird trying to learn how to read sheet music without having like an actual instrument to practice on. Um, but yeah, I'm not. I won't do the actual instrument part until a little bit later on down the road. Um, Interesting. I'm left-handed when it comes to guitar. I realized that when I would play like Guitar Hero, and people would point out that I'm holding the guitar wrong because I hold it this way, when you're supposed to hold it this way, and people say they're holding it wrong. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like this is how I do it, and I would like see I would kind of just read the game backwards and kind of it would just translate for me. That's just how I did it. So I would have to get like a left-handed guitar, which is like not a big deal. It's whatever. But I think that's kind of interesting. My little nephew, Max, he's 2 years old at the time, right now, in 2019. He loves music. He like loves playing with his little guitar or ukulele, whatever it is. And I find it interesting. I feel like my two nephews are kind of they're like versions of me, but more like extremes. And that's like, for example, my nephew Junior. He's well, his name's Carlos, but his dad's name is Carlos, so we just call him Junior. He's 10, 11. I don't know, but he's around there. Um, he's really smart. Like he's really into school. Like I'd say he was smarter than I am. He was smarter than I was at his age. Like he's like he knows like a lot of things, and I feel like he's gonna do like he's probably I think he'll probably do better than me in school because I feel like I never really tried as hard in school because I knew I could get by with um I can get by with lower than what I could have been. But I feel like he's someone that will kind of always put the effort into doing as well as he can, and I'll make sure he does that because I don't want him to kind of slack off kind of through high school the way I kind of did. So I'll make sure I'll kind of push him to go towards and reach his full potential. But Max, on the other hand, he's more of like artistic. He loves to sing, he loves to dance, like he likes to play like sports with the ball or whatever, like there's a guitar and whatever. Like, and I feel like that's like a side of me that I'm only now starting to realize. But he's had that since the beginning, and I'm hoping that as he gets older, I can kind of help him, kind of learn things with that, with like through instruments. Like I'm hoping 5 years from now, like I know well enough in guitar, piano, to the point that I can kind of help him and kind of teach him that too, and kind of mentor him. Um, it's kind of crazy to see how similar they are to me. Um, they're like they're like parts of. I feel like they're just like parts of me, but like better, or they're like versions of me that without like the flaws that I have. Um, like neither of them. I don't. They don't seem to be like awkward, have any anxiety or things like that. They're kind of just. Uh, they're just great. Like I love those kids. And I'm excited to see what they become. And I kind of treat them as if they're like my own kids, cause in a way I feel like they are. That's just how I feel about them. Like they look like me, kind of. Especially Max, like he really does look like me, and I just wanna like put myself in a better position, not only for myself but to be like a role model for them because I've always felt like I never really had a role model growing up. Like I was my own role model. Um, I didn't look up towards anybody. I kind of just stuck on my own and learned things on my own. But I feel like for them, I can really be that for them, and I kind of want to live like a positive life, so in that way, they can live a positive life and kind of follow in my footsteps. But at the same time, they can kind of choose their own path, and I'll kind of guide them through it. Um, yeah, that's something that a parent would normally do, but like I said, I kind of treat them as if they're my own. I guess this video is about hobbies, my own hobbies that I'm thinking about. Um, yeah, I'm excited to see like how I'll be like 5 years from now. Um, I hope 5 years from now that my beard is better than it is now because like this part is like all weird and I hate it. Um, I wonder what actually I don't know. I wonder what I'll like physically look like in 5 years from now. Um, like, will I still keep this same hairstyle? Probably not. I don't know. I've been thinking about cutting it short for a while, but whenever I say I want to cut it short, like one of my sisters will say, "No, you look ugly," and I'm just like, "Yeah, you're probably right." I don't know. Maybe I'll do it. Maybe because I'm kind of sick of. I'm tired of kind of putting in the effort to make this look presentable. But yeah, I was interested in seeing how I am 5 years from now. Hopefully, like YouTube is still a thing, and these videos never get deleted, so that way I can look back on them and kind of see how I was back then. Um, yeah, I guess that's it. It's probably like, let me see. I can't see, but yeah, it's like 2:30 in the morning. Uh, yeah, The worst thing about these videos is having to edit them. They take forever because I'm slow at everything that I do. Um, but yeah, I guess I'm doing pretty good for myself right now. Alright, yeah, I need to go to bed. I have shit to do tomorrow.